Over 92% of businesses are marketing on social media, but only 30% feel they can track the true return. That stat from Sprout Social is shocking when you think about it. So today we're going to be talking about the real reasons why most brands struggle to generate revenue on social media. Almost exclusively, it's assumed to be a content problem. But in my experience, the content may need some help, yes, but before you pick up a camera or decide to ideate, you need to understand your audience better. For context, I've been a social media lead for over 10 years now. When I made this switch in my own thinking and application, I took brands I was working for from just posting to have a presence to millions of pounds in revenue directly attributed to social media, and also supporting other marketing functions. So I'm going to take you through the common patterns that I've spotted throughout my career that you're probably doing yourself, why they're stopping you from reaching your revenue potential, and how you can go about fixing them. Number one is assuming that your audience is everyone. It's not. This one is one of those that seems so obvious when someone actually says it out loud. And you're like, why the hell was I thinking like that? But don't beat yourself up about it, because it's very common, even in some huge businesses. And I've even made this mistake more than once. And to be fair, I can show you how easy it is to fall into this trap right now. So I specialize in travel and wellness, right? Everybody wants a holiday, and our hotels are the best resort. So why wouldn't they come? And for wellness, everyone wants to be healthy, right? And our products can do this, they can do this, they do this. No, and more no's. There's an old saying in marketing: if you're speaking to everyone, you're actually speaking to no one. Take, for example, me. I am a 39-year-old man. I've got a missus, got kids. I'm not going to want the same holiday experience as like a 22-year-old who just wants to go out on the lash with his mates, probably to Ibiza or something like that, go clubbing. And even on paper, me and some of my mates are exactly the same. Got missus, kids, we're the same age, but we're not necessarily going to want the same experience as each other, and we're not going to have the same standards as each other. So we're going to be looking for different things. Maybe he wants to be exploring around the local town. Maybe I want to be chilling on the beach all day. This is all really top level stuff as an example. But the lesson here is to clarify exactly who your product is for and really dig into the behavior and the psyche of that audience. So this next one is probably the most costly to your business long term, and it links beautifully back to my previous point. And that is prioritizing execution over clarity. And this can so easily provide a false illusion of progress that falls apart pretty quickly. Now, going back to the stats that I collated for this video, a study found that 64% of marketers say engagement is their main metric for success on social media. Now, I'm confident that you and all the other marketers that took that study are very intelligent people, but the problem is clarity. That stat is effectively 64% of people who have been ill-advised in the past, going with the status quo and assuming that the business can survive on views and likes, which, when I put it like that, it sounds ridiculous, right? A couple of years ago, I was hired by a travel brand, and I was told in the interview that there was so many quick wins that they thought they could achieve. Admittedly, in my previous roles, it's always been sort of hit the ground running, sort of no time to just create. But in this role, I had the luxury of working alongside the previous social media manager while she worked out the rest of her contract. And she was creating, she was making sure things were ticking over. So I had the time to delve into the data, see what she was doing, see what she wasn't doing. But most importantly, the timing was phenomenal. The company had just had some audience profiling done based on their CRM data over the last 2 years. And from that data, we were able to create unique buyer profiles and identify common buyer behaviors between certain groups, which I was then able to translate to social to formulate a strategy. In the 3 months prior to me joining, this brand had made £16,000 attributed directly to social. Once my strategy was in place, that same 3-month window, year on year, made £900,000 just from social. So being or looking busy does not mean that you're effective. Once I understood who we were really talking to, the content actually became one of the most easy parts. So next up is not understanding the buyer's cycle or how your buyer makes decisions. Assuming that your buyer's journey is linear is often a huge mistake that I see a lot. And again, I've done this myself. I didn't know better at the time. I used to think that you could just throw up a post and if enough eyeballs got on it, it would automatically make the company some money. But this is where the concept of virality and vanity metrics is really flawed. No matter how many people see your post, nobody is going to buy unless you are answering the questions that they need answered at the specific stage that they are in their decision-making process. Taking travel as an example again, you don't just buy a holiday on a whim, do you? You want to know, can I trust this company? Is the resort close to amenities? Are the kids going to be entertained? What are other people's experiences like? What's the service like? All of these questions you'll need answering before you decide to hand over your hard-earned cash. This can take months, especially with travel. So you need to respect that as the business and be there to guide them when they need you. As a general rule of thumb here, the higher the price point, the higher the trust needs to be, and the longer the decision will take. Learn how your audience buy and shape your content around that journey. So to summarize, a lot of what we talked about are based off assumptions, and assumption without clarity is going to do your business a lot of damage in the long run. So make sure that you are clearly defining your audience, and I'm talking deeper than just age and gender demographics. Get clarity on your audience before you start creating content, and learn how your audience buy so you can show up for them when they need you. All of these elements working harmoniously together will help you gain the clarity that you need to transition your social media from just being a presence to a revenue generating engine. And it helps to develop trust and affinity so they keep coming back to you. This is a brand new channel, so if you found this useful, please subscribe, as I'll be going deeper on how to generate real revenue and understand your audience better so you can get the clarity that you need on social media.